Hello, Molly. Thank you for coming. It's nice to meet you. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Uh, yeah, hi. My name is Molly Middlebrook. I am 23, and I have my master's. I don't know, I like to do things. I'm pretty cool. I'm just perfect for this job. I feel like this is kind of a waste of time. You can just hire me.
Okay, that's great. Now, what are some of your strengths?
My strengths. You really need to ask that. I feel like it's obvious. I'm smart. I just really like leading people and like bossing them around, because I feel like you're just stupid and like pathetic if you just stand there like not doing anything. And it's also like just not hard to work. That just really irritates me. Like, why? I like leading people, don't get me wrong, and like boss people is one of my favorite things, but like I'm just a little confused on why I need to do that, because why don't people understand what they're doing? Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. I don't know why people can't understand what they're supposed to be doing. It's like, then why the hell do you have the job? Like, it's just annoying. Like, just do your job. It's not hard. I also just hate when people make a mistake and then won't take accountability that they made a mistake. Like, if you dropped something, just say you dropped it. Or if you can't do something, just say that. Why are we lying? Just, like, say it. You're annoying if you don't. Like, I genuinely don't understand why people are so stupid in the head that they just, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it actually irritates me. And I feel like you're probably one of those people, but who am I to point fingers?
Okay, that's yeah. All right, I'm moving on. What are some weaknesses you have?
Weaknesses? Okay, these are stupid questions. I think when I get hired, you should just give me your job. Because why are you asking about my weaknesses? Looking at me, you should be able to tell I don't have a single weakness. But that's great. Ask the stupid questions that mean nothing for your job. Anyways, I'm pretty perfect, not to toot my own horn, but like I can't do no wrong. I'm just amazing. I'm great. So like, really, weaknesses wise, I ain't got none of those. Those just aren't for me. I think people choose to have weaknesses. I choose not to have them. I don't need them in my life. Weaknesses aren't for me. It's just because I'm so perfect, it's hard to find a weakness, but I have a feeling you're gonna be mad if you don't get one. So I'll really do some soul searching here. Okay, one came to mind. I'm gonna say that my weakness is probably, it's not even really a weakness. It's just a hidden strength that people don't view like that. Like, really, there are no weaknesses. So, I would say that I think it's probably just that I struggle with my time management, yeah. It's not great. Sometimes it's a little off, but like, that's nothing. That's nothing. Like I said, it's not a weakness. It's a strength. But people don't see it that way. But I think people really should appreciate my lack of time management, because it makes you live in the moment and not where you planned things. Like, really, like, if you are pressuring me to do something in a time, that is a you problem. It's not a me problem when I don't make it fit in that time.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years? You expect me to know that? That's like really far. Hang on. I feel like this area is really dirty and I don't like it. I think you guys need to sanitize better, which if I worked here, I would sanitize for you guys. Anyways, 5 years. Another stupid question. I don't know who you make write your interview questions for you, but you should change that, because these are really bad. I guess in 5 years, I am gonna have a better job than the one you are offering me here, because it's actually not that good, so I don't know why I'm wasting my time here. It's kind of ruining my day. I'll probably have my first house from a good paying job, not the one I'm interviewing for. Don't want it. You suck. Anyways, I just don't know really where else I would be. It's not like I'm a sponge who lives in a pineapple under the sea, and I'm not a starfish who lives under a rock, so I don't know, where do you want me to be? Like, what kind of... I just don't understand what you wanted out of this question. It's a stupid question. I think we should just move on. Why don't I do your job for you? I'll ask some better questions for myself. That way you can really understand who you would be employing, not whatever stupid questions you're asking about, like, my human aspects. Like, it's just so stupid. I should just be at home asleep.
Okay, anyway, tell me about the last time you had to meet a deadline. What strategies did you use to keep yourself on track?
Okay. Last time I had to meet a deadline was probably for a project with a lot of work, because it's a project. I didn't need strategies. I just did the work. I didn't think it was hard. I feel like if people can't just stay on track, they're stupid. 'Cause why don't they just do the work? Like, what do you mean? How did I get it done? I did the work that was assigned. It's not hard at all. I don't need strategies to do something that's for, like, it's an easy thing. You have to be stupid if you need strategies to do a project. Like, actually, it's so stupid.
Okay, that's all you can leave.
Seriously? I get to go now? After you just wasted, like, 10 minutes of my time? Did I at least get the job? Can you tell me that, since you wanted to waste my time so much? You know what? Yeah, I will go. I'll save myself the trouble of having to deal with you and this pathetic job anymore. Stupid.
It's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Why don't we just start with you telling me about yourself?
Yeah, okay, of course. My name is Smiley Middlebrook. I am 23 and I recently graduated with my master's. I feel like a big thing about me is that I am a very community oriented, and I love just helping my community and giving back to my community, because I think it is a wonderful thing to give opportunities to someone who doesn't have them, when that way, like, they have opportunities that I have that they may not be fortunate enough to have. So I just love doing that, and that started in, like, high school, because I would do things like that with a program I was in called Student Ambassadors, and then it really just continued throughout college, because I would go and do community service, and I would just do, like, a whole bunch of things in my community, because it made me feel good at the end of the day. So I just really liked that. So yeah, I also went to Roger Williams, where I got my bachelor's, and then I did my master's in a 4+1 program. I did a lot of communities and clubs there. I did sorry, I'm blanking. I did mock trials. I did, like, a community service based one, because those are, like, a lot of my interests. I also participated in an ambassadors program in college, because I really liked it in high school, and it honestly became a part of me, and I can't imagine not doing it. And yeah, I also went abroad one year to just kind of learn more about other cultures, and that was really a big thing for me that I wanted, and I think it really changed my outlook on a lot of things. So yeah.
What are your strengths?
That's actually a really good question. I think probably a big strength of mine is that I am a quick learner. If I don't know something, then I love to learn it, because it makes me feel like I almost accomplished more at the end of the day. And I just like to be able to leave the day, like, saying I gained something, whether, like, that's knowledge on something or, like, being able to do something. I just really like learning in like every aspect. And I think because I like it so much, I put so much energy into it that it just makes it like easier for me to do. I also think in some settings I can be a great leader, and I think that is probably one of my strengths as well as a weakness, because I do have to be comfortable in order to get there, but it definitely is a strength when I am there. It is also something I grew into throughout all of my years as an ambassador, and I had to lead a lot of events within that, so it helped me be able to lead because I would have to like be able to tell people what I need and be able to communicate in order to get those events done. Ooh, my weaknesses. I think one of my big weaknesses, which I kind of touched on in the last question, is that I struggle to adjust to new environments. So it just takes me like a little bit to like warm up to people and like want to put myself out there in a new environment, which I have gotten a lot better at in the past years because I have had to put myself in situations like that. But it's definitely still something I struggle with a little bit. I work around it though. I think I'm really good at working around that weakness because I've dealt with it for so long. I think a great example is when I started at my old job, Target. I was very scared because it just felt very intimidating to work with people who like already knew the job and like have worked there for a while. So I didn't want to like talk to people, and I was very scared. And radioing for people, as stupid as it sounds, was like such a big fear for me because I'm scared of getting judged. That's a big thing for me, and I think that was my problem in that situation, was that I was scared I was gonna radio and then they would just like judge me because I would like mispronounce something, or I don't know. It's just like some weird thing in my head, but it was really hard for me because I was so intimidated. But to get over it, I just started to get to know coworkers who I thought wouldn't judge me. So I would go up to people who like have like a warm and bubbly personality, or like people who have talked to me first, and like I would really like rely on them in a way. Like they put themselves in my life, so like I kind of put myself in theirs, if that makes sense. So I think that is a big thing for me, is I kind of just go and find people who I feel comfortable with. That way I'm not stuck in an environment that isn't comfortable for me. I think another weakness is probably my time management. When I first start new things, I just struggle with time management. Like at Target, I had to do 2 different things, but typically it was like on different days. But because I was already comfortable with one of them, doing the other was really like hard for me. So one of them was like organizing an aisle and like making sure it looked good, and I had to get that whole aisle done by the time I left, and I only was at work for like 5 hours, and I truly struggled to get that done because I'm also a big perfectionist. But I ended up just asking for help. That I have gotten so much better at asking for help. So I just asked for help. I had someone help me one day, and like I kind of watched what they did, and then I copied what they did. That way it worked, and like I was getting it done on time. And I think that really helped me a lot because it wasn't like I had to find my own way. I was already doing something that worked for everybody else, and I was just kind of like adding my own little touch onto it.
Now, tell me about a time you had to meet a deadline. What strategies did you use to keep yourself on track?
Ooh. I have to meet a lot of deadlines within school. I think that's probably a big thing that everyone has to do in school. The very first one I can think of is actually a recent project I did. It was a really big project worth like half my grade. It was so stressful. But at the time I also had a job, and I had another big project in a different class. So that's like 3 big things I had at once, and I was working so much. I was in over my head. It was insane. But I just had like a lot to do at once in that moment. So it honestly was a big struggle for me, but I ended up getting it done, and I got A's in all of the classes and on the assignment. But I think a big thing I had to do was just keep myself on track in order to get it done. So I would have like certain times for like certain things. Like I would have one day I would work on one thing. I think Wednesday I had 2 things I did that day, but like at certain times, and like I'd break it up that way I wasn't getting like overwhelmed. So I had like designated times where I would do something, and like it didn't feel overwhelming because I knew what had to be done and I knew what I was gonna do in that day. And I did like one class each day, so it was not bad at all. So really, like, a strategy I use is just like breaking it up and like giving myself a certain time to do everything. That way I'm not rushing at once to get it all done, or like I'm not too overwhelmed.
Okay, that was all. Thank you so much, Molly. You got the job.
Wow, thank you so much. I didn't expect that. But yeah, thank you for having me. I'll see you whenever.